Hello, class 6. So, we have been studying chapter number 8, body movement. Yes, last time we studied about bones and their function when we studied about some joints, ball socket joint, hinge joint, pivot joint. Yes, do you remember? So, today we will continue the topic and today we will study about gliding joint and fixed joint. Yes, then we will see some important question answer, then we will move to the next. Okay, so before we start, let's revise whatever we studied. Let's revise them. First of all, we studied about bones and their function. Yes, we studied about bones and their function. So you know that bones are rigid organ that constitute part of endoskeleton. They support and protect the various organ. Yes, there are many function of bones. We can walk easily, we can run, we can jump because of our bones. Yes, our bones are very strong. That's why bones are made up of calcium. Yes, you already know, I think. So they support and protect the various organ of the body, produce and white, and they also help in producing the red blood cells and white blood cells. Yes, and do you know why is it the color of our blood red? Why is our blood red in color? Because of hemoglobin present in our red blood cell. Yes, in the in previous class I already explained that our body is made up of cell. Yes, there are many type of cell in our body. So uh, in red blood cell, hemoglobin is present, which gives red color to our blood. And what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a pigment. Yes, just like chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment. Chlorophyll provide a color. Which color? Green color to the plants and leaves. Yes, you know about chlorophyll already. And bones can serve to protect internal organ. Yes, they can serve to protect internal organ. They secure our internal organ. They protect internal organ. Yes, they keep safe our internal organ, such as the skull is protected by skull protect the brain. Yes, skull protect the brain. Our ribs protect the heart, and they also protect the lungs. So we study all these about bones, and if we talk about joints, we also studied about the joints. A joint is that point where two bones are attached to each other. Yes, with the help of ligaments. Yes, and cartilage. We will also study about cartilage and ligament. Okay, don't worry. So there are two type of a joint: movable joint and non-movable joint, or you can say movable joint and immovable joint. Yes. So which are the movable joint? The hinge joint, pivot joint, gliding joint, and ball and socket joint. Yes, these are four: movable joint, hinge joint, pivot joint, gliding joint, ball and socket joint. Yes, and which is non-movable joint? Fixed joint. Fixed joint is immovable joint. And last in previous class we studied ball and socket joint, pivot joint and hinge joint. We did not study about gliding joint and fixed joint. Yes, in today's class we will study about gliding joint and fixed joint. Okay, in today's class we will study about them. Okay, so now let's study about before we study about gliding joint, let me tell you, let me give you a brief introduction about ball and socket joint and hinge joint and pivot joint. So, what is ball and socket joint? What is ball and socket joint? The ball and socket joint is also known as spheroidal joint. Yes, ball and socket joint is also known as spheroidal joint. So, the ball and socket joint is a joint in which the ball shaped surface of one rounded bones fit into cup like depression of another bone. Yes. So, remember, the ball and socket joint is that joint in which the ball shaped surface of one rounded bone fit into the cup like depression into another bone, like just like this. So this joint is present in shoulder, pelvic joint. Shoulder joint is actually a ball and socket joint. And if we talk about hinge joint, we can say that a hinge joint is a bone joint in which articular surfaces are molded to each other in such a manner as to permit motion only one plane. Or you can say that hinge joint is that joint in which the bones move in only in one plane, like the joint of knee. Yes, little bit our joint of hinge joint can rotate, but mostly it upside down, up down, and ankle joint. Okay, and if we talk about the pivot joint, what is pivot joint? Pivot joint is present in our neck. Yes, it is present in our neck. So we can say that pivot joints allow for rotation, which can be external or internal. Yes, it allows the rotation. Our neck can move easily. Yes, in all direction. Yes, it can go up, side, right, left, everywhere. So this joint enable us to move our head up, down, right, left, and are present in the neck. So we studied all these points. Yes. Now let's begin with the gliding joint. Yes, as you can see on the screen. So gliding joint is present in our wrist. It is present in our wrist. Okay. Yes, the typically are found in our wrist and also in ankle. Yes, that's why because of gliding joint, our wrist can easily move. It can rotate. You can rotate it, and both hand, wrist you can rotate, ankle you can rotate easily. Yes. So, what is gliding joint? Gliding joint is that joint which allow the gliding movement. Yes, which allow the gliding movement. This movement is known as gliding movement. Okay. So the opposed surface of the bones are flat or almost flat with movement limited by their tight joint capsule. So typically they are found in the wrist and ankle. So as you can see in the picture, it was all about gliding joint. So gliding joint is a plain joint. Okay, it is a plain articulation, you can say. Okay, which under physiological condition allow only gliding movement. Yes, it allows only gliding movement. So it was all about gliding joint. Okay, now let's study the next joint, which is fixed joint. Let's move on the next slide. Okay, kids. Now, second type of joint, because as you know that there are two type of joint: movable joint and non-movable joint. And non-movable joint is only one fixed joint. So This joint does not allow to move our bones. Yes, this joint does not allow to move our bone. Like our teeth. Yes. Can you move your teeth? Yes. No, you cannot move. Why? Because of fixed joint. They are attached with a joint which is known as fixed joint. You cannot move here or you cannot move your teeth. Can you move your skull? You cannot move this skull. Only your neck joint, which is actually pivot joint, can move. You cannot move your skull. It is fixed. Yes, it is fixed. Can you move? Can you move this joint? The just can you move the bone which is just below your nose? Can you move this bone which is here? Which is here? Can you move this bone? You cannot move. It is not movable. Yes. So some joints between bone in our head are different from those we have discussed, as it doesn't move. Yes, that does not move. You cannot move. You can move your finger, but you cannot move your skull. You cannot move. You cannot move your teeth. Your teeth are stable. They are stable joint. So fixed bone are only found in our upper joint skull. Yes, they are found in our upper jaw. Yes, this jaw, just below your nose. Just below your nose, this jaw is known as upper jaw. There are two jaw, upper jaw and lower jaw. So fixed bone are found in upper jaw, skull and teeth. Fixed bones are found in upper jaw, skull and teeth. So they have a joint which is known as fixed joint, as you can see on your screen also. Yes, so it was all about fixed joint. Okay, now we will study about cartilage. Yes, I have written some question answer. So with the help of question answer, we will find the, we will study. Okay, we will study about also bone marrow. We will study all these points with the help of some question answer. Okay, so now let's move on to the next point. Okay, so question number 1, as you can see on your screen, what are the function of human body? Yes, what are the function of human body? So the function of human body are, as you can see on your screen, there are 4 function I have written. Point number 1, they give us frame to our human body. Yes, they give us frame, just like mobile frame, just like the frame of laptop. Yes, they give us frame to our human body. And point number 2, they protect some of the important organ. Yes, they keep safe our organ. Yes, as we already studied in previous class that our rib cage protect us, protect the lungs, protect heart. Yes, so they protect us. Yes, like our skull protect the brain. Our skull protect the brain. Point number 3, they help us to move our body. Yes, we can run, we can jump, everything we can do. We can dance. Yes, because of bones. Yes, if the bones are not, if the bone there is no bone in our body, we cannot do. Yes, then we cannot move our body without bones. Yes, we will, suppose if all the bones remove from our body, then what will happen? We will just become the man of skin. Yes, skin only remain, which will fall on the earth. How will we look? We will not look better. Okay, point number 4, They produce RBC, WBC, and store phosphorus and calcium. Yes, they store calcium and phosphorus. That's why our bones are strong. Our bones become strong when you drink the milk. Milk contains calcium. Yes, and they also produce RBC, WBC. RBC means red blood cells, or you can say red blood corpuscles, and WBC means white blood cells, or you can say white blood corpuscles. Okay, and one more point, kids, that you will study about the blood and different type of cells in 8th class in detail. Okay, just remember that WBC work as a protector. Yes, and RBC makes the blood. Okay, RBC gives red color to our blood. It contains hemoglobin. Question number 2. Question number 2 is, what are cartilage? Yes, what are cartilage? Later we will also study. I will show you a picture. Okay. So cartilage are part of a skeletal system. Yes, they are part of skeletal system. Yes, actually cartilage is soft. Yes, uh, you know, our one bone is attached to another bone with the help of ligament. Yes, our one bone is attached to another bone with the help of ligament. What is ligament? Ligament is a group of cell. Okay, you no need to know about this in detail. But to make the joint smooth, cartilage work there. Cartilage is present there, and it is very soft. And cartilage is also found in our soft bones. Yes. Okay. So cartilage are part of skeletal system that are not as hard as bone. Yes, and that can be bent easily. Yes, they are found in pinna. This outer ear is known as pinna. Yes, this is called pinna. Nose tip. Yes, here is found. You can easily press. Can you press? Yes, because here cartilage is found between the joints of bone. Yes, which makes smooth it. Okay, and it is also found between the joints and bones, as I already explained. So cartilage are part of skeletal system that are not as hard as bone, that can be bent easily and found in pinna, nose, and between the joints and bones. So I hope you understood. Now let's see some more question. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's now question number 3. As you can see on the screen, why joints can't move without muscle? Yes, why joints can't move without muscle? Why they cannot move? There is a reason. That's why joints cannot move without muscle. Yes, it is so because muscles work in pair. For example, when we close our elbow, our bicep contract and our triceps rest. And when we open our elbow, our tricep contract and bicep rest, which enable the joints in our elbow can move easily. Why joints can't move without muscle? Yes, because our muscle work in pair. Yes, remember they work together. They do not work alone. You know, when we close our elbow, then what happens? Our bicep it contract. Yes, contract sigurna, and our tricep rest. It comes into the rest position. Yes, and when we open our elbow, our tricep contract. contract, and bicep come to the rest, which enable the joint in our elbow can move easily. That's why our joint can move easily. If the muscles do not move, if the muscles do not move, you cannot, your joints cannot move. Yes, if your muscles cannot move, your joints cannot move. Yes, if your joints cannot move, your muscles cannot move. Both are depend on each other, both depend on each other. Okay, next question. Why bone marrow are important for us? Yes, so bone marrow are flexible and soft substance present in our bone. Yes, what is bone marrow? Bone marrow is present in our bones, inside the bones. Yes, bone marrow is it is present inside the bone, and it is soft just like cartilage. It is soft and flexible. Yes, it is soft just like cartilage. And what is the work of bone marrow? Bone marrow produce RBC and WBC. Yes, it produce RBC and WBC, red blood cells and white blood cells, which act as an antibody in our blood. Yes, which act as an antibody, means they protect our body from harmful elements. Okay, so I hope you understood why joints cannot move without muscles. Because a muscle will not move, joint cannot move. Like example, muscle work in our pair, because muscle work in pair. For example, when we close our elbow, our bicep contract and tricep rest, and when we open our elbow, tricep contract and bicep come to the rest. So which enable the joint in our elbow can move easy. And why bone marrow are important for us? Bone marrow are flexible and soft substance present in our bone that produce red blood cells and white blood cells, which act as an antibody in our blood. Antibody means they protect from harmful element. So I hope you understood about them. Now let's see some more question. Let's move to the next point. Okay, kids. So, question number 5. Why adults have less bones than babies? Yes, baby has more bones, adult has less bone. Yes, baby has almost 300 bones. And why adults have only 206 bones? You know the answer already, but look on the screen, I am reading the answer. Okay. It is so because the bones of babies are not joined together at the birth, so they have 300 bones. But adult have many bones joined together by joints, so they have 206 bones. Yes. So remember, kids, in the bones of babies are not joined together, but when the baby grow up, its bone start to join, and only 206 bone remain at last. Okay, that's why it is we need to take care of baby. When you take the baby in your hand, then you need to take care of it, because the bones are not joined together. Okay, now question number 6. What is the difference between endoskeleton and exoskeleton? Yes, what is the difference? Endoskeleton means outer bones, and endoskeleton means inner bone, the bones which are inside the body, which are hard. And exoskeleton means with outer part which are hard, dry, like our hair, nails, they are exoskeleton. So what is endoskeleton? I am reading the answer. Endoskeleton are the skeleton that are found inside the body. Yes, endoskeleton are the skeleton that are found inside the body. Example, skull in human, and Exoskeleton are the skeleton that are found outside the body. Yes, they are found outside the body. Example, shell of snail. Yes, outer covering of snail, insect outer covering, which is known as shell, shell, which is actually exoskeleton. It is found on many animals like scorpion. Yes, it is also found on scorpion. If you have seen, yes, and ants. Ants also have. Okay, so I hope that you understood that both question you understood. Yes, why adults have less bones than baby? Because the bones of babies are not joined together at the birth, so they have 300 bones, but adults have many bones joined together by joints, so they have 206 bones. And question number 6, what is the difference between endoskeleton and exoskeleton? Endoskeleton are the skeleton that are found inside the body. Okay, exoskeleton are the skeleton that are found outside the body. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, today's last two question number 7 and 8, then we will complete today's class, then we will meet in next class. Okay, so question number 7, as you can see on your screen, what are the difference between ligaments and tendon? Yes, what are the difference between ligament and tendon? This question is extra question. Question number 7 is extra question for you. You no need to learn this question. Okay, question number 7 you will not learn, just for your knowledge I am explaining. Okay, what are the difference between ligament and tendon? Actually, what is ligament and what is tendon? Ligament is a group of cell, tendon is also a group of cell, but there is a difference. Tendon is present between muscles and bones. Yes, means tendon help to join our muscles and bone, and ligament join one bone to another. You know, glue is used to join two things with each other. Yes, you can join one paper with another paper, you can join one plastic with another plastic using the glue. In the same way, ligament and tendon work. Yes, ligament are thread like structure. It is thread like structure that join two bones together. Yes, tendon are also thread like structure that joins muscles with bone for better body movement. Yes, if they do not join, if ligament and tendon are not present, then your joint will not work. Okay, this is not given in your book, but ligament and tendon are related to joint. That's why I have written here as a question. Okay, so this is the difference between the ligament and tendon. Yes, ligament are thread like structure, tendon is also thread like structure, but difference is ligament join the two bone together. Yes, and tendon join muscle with bone. Okay, now question number 8. So as you can see on your screen, question number 8 is, what is the difference between cartilage and bone? Yes, what is the difference between cartilage and bone? So you already know that cartilage is not as soft as bone. Yes, it is not as soft as bone. Bone can be bent easily and are not brittle, but bones cannot be bent easily. So you know that because of cartilage, because of cartilage, what happens? Cartilage are the part of the skeletal system that are not as hard as bone, that can be bent easily. Yes, and they are found in pinna, nose, and top. But if we talk about the bone is made up of calcium, which is hard enough. Yes, in the, they produce RBC and WBC. Okay, so it was all about them. So I hope you understood. So mm, I hope you understood. If you don't want to learn question number 7 and 8, you no need to learn. Okay. Question number 7 and 8 now are not important, but question number 1 to 6 you will have to learn. Okay, 7 8 you will not learn, no problem, but 1 to 6 you will have to learn. Okay. Today's class is over, but chapter is not over. Today's class is over, but chapter is not over. And next class, I will show you the human skeletal system with different bones name, and we will also study about the type of bones. Yes, I will show you some pictures also. Okay, and we will study some new topic like appendicular and many more topic, and we will also see movements in different animals. Okay, so I hope you understood. Now we will meet in next class. Till then, bye bye.